protect our women is to look out for us men. You know what I mean? Like especially as black men, we can't call the woman like the backbone of our community, yet break her over and over again and wonder why we're so weak. You know what I'm saying? We can't sit there and look to her and say, you know, why don't you ride for us? Why don't you do this? Why don't you praise us, exalt us, et cetera, et cetera? But we promote cheating on them.
How are you doing? Extreme Foolishness TV here. This is why I talk about extreme foolishness that goes on around you. Today I'll be talking to you guys about the Derrick Jaxn situation. And for those of you who don't know about Derrick Jaxn is a self-proclaimed love coach who panders to a lot of black women. His prophecy and his doctrine is tailored towards black women. And this guy has pretty much said that everything that goes wrong in a relationship is pretty much the black man's fault. Black women can do no wrong. He's made a lot of money preaching what I call this gospel of misery to black women. He gives them hope. He gives them false hope. He's not real. He lies to those people. This guy is married, and according to I guess a YouTuber, a blogger, Tasha K, I'll put the link to the description. I'll put the link to her video in the description. She's a blogger. She has this successful YouTube channel. She broke the story that Derrick Jaxn flew a mistress to Miami, paid her about $1,400, had sex. He claimed he was separated from his wife. To make matters worse, this Derrick Jaxn now took this girl to his marital home. His wife's clothes were there. His wife's makeup, shoes, everything were there. Had sex with this mistress, not only in his marital home, but on his marital bed. This guy's a scumbag. I'm going to give you my extreme foolishness analysis. Just off the top on his face, this is some extreme foolishness. This Derrick Jaxn is a kind of guy where he's an evil person. He wreaks evil. Because just like the devil, I'm going to go a little bit spiritual today. Just like the devil is very, very calculated, the devil is very organized. Those of you who believe in Christianity or who are spiritual, you don't even have to believe that. But anyway, the devil is very, very calculated and organized. The devil thinks about his move ahead of time. Same thing with this kind of Derrick Jaxn. People like this are very, very evil. He married this woman because he knows he wants to build a business, a brand, and the marriage that he has supports the brand. He knows that whatever he's saying is completely false, but he knows that there are a lot of women who want to hear that kind of message. Unfortunately, they don't want to hear the truth. A lot of those black women who listen to him, they listen to him because that is what they want to hear. That is not what they need to hear. The same Derrick Jaxn has said that even if you're separated from your wife, you cannot cheat. You're not supposed to cheat. He creates an aura like he's this gentleman and perfect guy online. And he makes disparaging comments on other guys. Everything is always wrong with the guys. And nothing is ever wrong with a woman. But anyway, this guy is very, very calculated. He knew that the marriage that he had, he probably doesn't even love his wife. But he needs that image of a successful marriage to be able to sell his message, his doctrine to women. And honestly speaking, I believe that he does not want a lot of the people or the women he preaches to, he does not want them to be happy, because the more miserable they are, the more they're going to consume his message. For example, it's like the doctor who runs a pill mill. You know, there are doctors out there, they run a pill mill. They will give medications, pain medications to their patients, even though their patients do not need those pain medications. Their patients want this medication because they're addicted to pain meds, opioids, narcotic pain medicine. But a lot of these patients run to the pain doctor to get their prescription of pain medicine. All the doctors are not going to do it because they'll be like, no, you need treatment. You don't need pain medication. We may need to treat the underlying cause of the pain. You may be addicted to this pain medication, but a doctor who runs a pain mill, a pill mill, will not tell his patients that because he wants to make a buck out of every prescription. He wants his patients to keep coming to him. He keeps prescribing them this pain medication. And unfortunately, some of them will die as a result of this doctor's conduct. A doctor like that is evil. All he sees is money. That doctor doesn't care whether his patients are dying. He doesn't care whether his patients are getting better. He just wants to give them what they need. I mean, what they want, not what they need. They don't need pain meds. Same thing with this Derrick Jaxn. He knows that whatever he's giving, whatever doctrine he's preaching, is not going to help his listeners. The women will listen to him. A lot of the doctrines is pretty much going to lead them astray because it doesn't comport with reality. It doesn't. So they will just go out there, listen to him because it makes them feel good. And he knows that he's running a business of making people feel good, making women feel good. And he knows that he has to keep saying that even though it's false. And he knows it. But he'll create that image that what he's saying is true. People like Derrick Jaxn will look you in the eye and lie to you with a straight face without blinking. Straight up. That is how people like that operate. And for him to now go there, cheat on his wife, then on top of that, he brought this woman, the mistress, to his marital home and had sex with her on his marital bed. Let you know this guy's a scumbag. That is disrespect on all levels. At the very least, take her to a hotel. Or smash her on the floor. You don't smash a side chick on the same bed you are smashing your wife. And you out there preaching this, oh, black men are bad, online telling your followers. This is pure evil, people. It is. And I just don't see it any kind of way. Because he knows that a lot of the stuff he's telling his followers, or his listeners, shall I say, would not make them get better. One of his listeners could be, for example, 5'2", 400 pounds, obese, and she wants a high-value man. She wants a millionaire. We know that that is fantasy. But he's going to say, well, a man who doesn't see your size has cataracts, is blind. The person just is blind. If that man has 2 eyes and sees, he will see the beauty in your 400-pound frame. And may God open that guy's eyes to see that. Those are the kind of things, fantasy, things that do not even exist in fairy tale books or fairy tale movies. And, you know, a lot of women are defending him, obviously, because that is their darling. That is their darling. It's like, oh, my Derrick Jaxn, oh, my Derrick Jaxn. My Derrick Jaxn got caught up in a scandal. He got caught up in a scandal. I can't believe my Derrick Jaxn got caught up in a scandal. It can't be. It cannot be. That is not. He probably was impersonated. It's probably a setup. It's a setup. There's no way. There's no way, Derrick. Oh, no, not Derrick. This extreme foolishness is real, people. It's real. It's real. This guy's a scumbag. And like I said, you bring a mistress to your marital home. Have sex with her on your marital bed. I believe that was his birthday weekend too. And if you notice, this dude is always recording videos in his car. He probably doesn't, I don't know whether his wife follows him on social media. He's always recording videos in his car. No wonder. He doesn't want to record next to his wife because his wife probably said, come on, stop that BS. You know, and a lot of black women are defending this foolishness. They are defending it. See, like, I'm the type of guy who I'd rather deal with somebody who's honest and transparent, whatever it is that they are. I'll give you an example. Someone like Boozy. Whatever he says is how he lives his life. I'd rather deal with the devil I know than somebody who purports to be an angel on the outside, but has multiple skeletons and demons inside. I do not like fake people, hypocritical people. They are dangerous. And this should be a message out there for a lot of people who listen to all these online coaches or online advisors or blah, blah, blah. Not everything you do not always think that these people telling you stuff are living the life that they're claiming they are living. And if somebody gives you an advice, use your inductive and deductive reasoning, aka your common sense, to see if that advice comports with reality. You have to superimpose somebody's advice with reality. People, you have brains, you have your common sense. You can look around you and see whether or not what this guy is telling you is true. We know how this stuff works. If you're a grown person, we know how the sexual marketplace works. We know that men who have money and for the most part get pretty women, and a lot of pretty women get guys. I mean, this are at the very basic level. We know these things happen. It's not, I mean, I'm just saying it's absolute, but we know it happens. So for Derrick Jaxn to now somehow discount or diminish this reality and just says, oh, you know, the man, you know, if you don't upgrade yourself, if you don't do anything to better yourself, don't worry, that man is just blind. People, you can't believe everything that you hear. Use your reasoning, your common sense to see if this stuff makes sense. Excuse me. See if it makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, then discount it, ignore it. You don't have to always feel good you don't always have to look for somebody to make you feel good. You don't have to look from inside. That's the problem. You know? So that's why people like Derrick Jaxn can build a business pretty much lying to people. Lying because he doesn't live the life. If anything, he needs to take his own advice because obviously he doesn't practice what he preaches. He's just complete fake. He's trash. And I just feel like the hypocrisy that this guy portrays online and the deceit, the manner in which he deceives people, it's just a tragedy. It's sad. So I hope he stops all the false doctrines he preaches because he doesn't practice it. He has no moral standing, no moral authority to continue to spew the false narrative that he has been spewing online. He has no moral standing to do that. The books he's trying to sell, he needs to yank that book off the shelf. I'm sure there are going to be people who are still going to buy it, unfortunately, because there are a lot of women out there who just need that dose. They just need that hope. They want to hear from a guy. Even if it's false, they just want to hear it. It's like crack. They want to get high off of his words, even though they know it's not good for them. A crackhead who smokes crack knows that, hey, this crack ain't good for me, but he still smokes that crack. So a lot of those women have developed an addiction to his messages. So he probably knows they will still listen to him. He probably is still going to out there spill the lies and hate. It's just like a lot of this, for example, a girl like Candace Owens, I'm sure she's doing it for the hustle. She knows what she needs to say to keep her followers engaged, her listeners engaged. She's going to keep saying it. even though it doesn't comport with reality. But she just has to say it. Even if it doesn't make sense, she has to say it because that is her audience. She's trying to hustle, is a paycheck. So for Derrick Jaxn, when he spills those messages, all he sees is money. He just wants the clicks. He wants the views. He wants people to buy his books, donate, whatever it is that he does. He knows it's a business. So he's probably gonna keep doing it. He's probably gonna say, "Oh, it was the devil that caused it. It's the devil." Devil's like, Derrick, I ain't got nothing to do with this one right now. Devil's gonna be like, nah, it ain't me now. Don't keep blaming me. He's probably gonna blame the devil. He's gonna blame something. He's not gonna take responsibility and say, yo, he's gonna blame the devil. Oh, it's the devil that made me do it. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm about to shut this recording down. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think that this Derrick Jaxn doctrine is all fake? You think he's a hypocrite? If you listened to him before, would you still listening to him? Would you still listen to him? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Please like this video, give it a thumbs up, share this video if you like this, and subscribe to this channel. We know that this Derrick Jaxn is an extreme fool, and all his doctrines and false doctrines are pure extreme foolishness. And hopefully he can find some other career. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. As always, people, say no to extreme foolishness.